Hi, welcome to A Foreigner in the Philippines. Well, looking at some of the comments and what they say, the content of the comments, I did come across one that's corrected someone or tried to inform someone about how we started. Well, let me give you the real story about how we started. We thought that we actually had tried to raise money to do something that was near and dear to us, and we tried to go on GoFundMe. Well, when we went on GoFundMe, we were looking at trying to find help on having a child, and we also wanted to build a road, and the road was going to be about 90 meters long, connecting us with the road that's actually out there already. Now, we did that, and we designed and built a concrete bridge, a very substantial bridge that will certainly take a 3-ton truck, so not a cheap thing. And we tried to raise the money. We'd looked at some of the other GoFundMes that were out there, fundraisers, and we thought that our project was worthwhile. So we actually tried to do that, and I think we raised about $1,500, I think it was, something like that. Beth is, as you know, or should know, Beth is the one who carries all these figures around in her head. I guess my head is already full of a lot of other stuff, so I don't always know the exact price, but I think that's probably true to say it was about $1,500, and that's what we raised. It was enough to get us so far, and then no further. We ended up about 70,000 pesos in debt, and we paid that off gradually over a few months. Now, during that time, we had seen other people do videos, and we'd been talking for a long time about having a YouTube channel. Now, the problem then was that we thought that we would never be able to go around to 5-star resorts and swan in there and have a few days and then judge it and give a review while we sip pina coladas on a white beach. We didn't think that we'd be able to do that. We didn't have a $10,000 drone to do wonderful shots of Beth in a bikini lying out in a lagoon somewhere on Palawan. We didn't think we could do that either. Well, she doesn't wear a bikini, that's why. So, what we did was, we said, we wondered if anybody would be interested in a simple life, just everyday life. And we actually enjoy our life. We live very, very modestly. And for something like 18 months or 2 years, I'd been busy building a house, and I built that house single-handed with about $100 worth of tools, which I showed in still photographs on Facebook. So we counted our progress on that, work in progress, on Facebook, which you can actually see under my name on my Facebook page. So all of that was prior to getting ourselves together on making videos. Surprisingly, we were motivated to start by looking at some of the little videos that Talaklik did. And she used to grab my phone, and she used to go around, and first of all she started doing little still pictures of flowers and stuff like that, which were very entertaining. And then she made a couple of videos, and I thought, wow, it's that easy to make a video? Well, it turned out that it wasn't that easy, but we still went ahead and we did it. And we decided that we would do a feel-good channel. This evolved a little bit later, because once trolls set in on you, you have to decide whether you're going to leave them there and go into debate, or whether you're going to delete and block. Well, as you probably know, we decided that we were going to delete and block, and we've done that since. So we don't put up with it, we just get rid of them. Now, what did we think we were going to do. Do you know, I don't think that we really did think much about this. We'd heard that people make money on YouTube, and obviously they must be making something if they're out there and there are ads on their videos. Well, not thinking that too many people would be interested in our little ordinary mundane lives, we never gave that too much of a consideration. And then I remember we both laughed and said, you know, sometime in the future we might look back on this and actually laugh, because we were looking at the estimate of what we'd made, and it was 17 pesos. 17 pesos is not even 50 cents, but we didn't let that deter us, okay, because actually we were having fun. Now, someone did say, I think it was Ken Lieberman, I'm sure that he won't mind me mentioning his name, he did quite rightly say that we had decided that we would do a lot of videos. Actually, it's probably not true to say that we decided we'd do a lot of videos. We just did a lot of videos because we were having fun. Now, the quality, as a lot of people have pointed out, was not wonderful, but they were real. So I'm guessing that people, you guys, our subscribers that have stayed with us from the start, forgave us for the lack of quality and went with the content. Thank you. Thank you for your loyalty on that. So, as Ken quite rightly pointed out, and something that I had never really thought too much about, was that the more videos that you put out, each video has an ad or a commercial, and you get paid on that basis. So even though we were advised at the beginning, only do one video a week, that was one of the pieces of advice that we were given and ignored, as you probably know. I think actually our record is 18 videos in one day, and we went ahead and, without actually doing a whole lot of studying, we had some help, some advice, early advice from the other channel, who he was already doing something, and there were a couple of things about uploading and what app we could use, along with a lot of other people who gave us a lot of help. So, giving credit where it's due, we had a lot of help in getting going, and from a lot of people. And we've had a ton of help since from a lot of people. Well, then what happened? Well, we actually, because we put out a lot of videos, we very quickly found that we were up in the, I think it was something like, we suddenly found that we had, I think, 3,000 subscribers. So we thought, well, maybe we're doing the right thing, and we continued to do what we were doing, and we started to earn some dollars. Now, it's no secret, you can go to Social Blade if you want to and find out, not exact figures, because it's only guesstimates that this site give you, but you type in the name of the site that you're interested in knowing a little bit more about, and it will tell you what that site is earning and what they're likely to be earning per year. And I think they go on the basis of what you earn per week, obviously, times 52 or times 12, and you get an idea what the thing will be. Well, it's not a secret. I think right now our estimated income is around $800. So that's for a month. Well, we were living very modestly, so this actually was worth it for us. It was very low pay, but it was worth it. And we continue to have great fun in doing it. And then we talked to Pastor Tamio about something that we didn't associate with the YouTube channel at all. I went down to our Aussie friend Brian's place, and Pastor Timio was working on a well. He was digging a well, and in a break we talked about it, and I said, I was thinking, when I look at some of the houses that are so badly beaten up, I was thinking that maybe we could go around, and our first idea was to repair houses. Well, that didn't last long, because the houses that we've gone in and done are so far gone that they're not repairable. So Pastor Timio, of course, would have been doing the work, because he is a skilled builder. So he loved the idea, and we then formed the Superman team, and mostly from people who were associated with the church. That's where we gather, that's where we have common goals, so it made sense. And he then suggested which would be the first house that we should do. Now, we'd actually thought of this idea when we were sitting outside the bedroom of the paralyzed man, and the paralyzed man was in a bedroom on the most pitiful bed. Sorry I use that word so much, but it does seem to be the correct description. And we decided we could buy him a bed, and then he died before that could happen. So we felt that we had a responsibility in some kind of way to build the house, because we were looking at the house and the house was falling down. You wouldn't believe how some of these houses managed to stay up. They're all thumbing their nose at Mr. Newton. Gravity doesn't seem to have an effect. Maybe they're very good at prayer. How will we know? So we went ahead and we built that house, and after we built that house, we went and before we built that house, I'm getting ahead of myself, we went and Pastor Timio said, there is one case that I think needs help, and maybe we should do that one first. And it was the house of Desiree. And Desiree had a basic structure there, just the 6 pillars which were already in the ground, just 6 pillars supporting a roof. It was a NEPA roof, and we put a tin roof straight on top of that, built the walls, and we gave Desiree a house. Now obviously all of these are based on a story being told, which is apparently we have some kind of ability to do that, where we can film a bad situation, show the people that are involved, and then motivate people to help. And we've done that now for 23 houses, and we've done a lot of other things by exactly the same technique. And what happened then was that, to be really honest, we never thought about this in a martyr. Look how much we are sacrificing of our own life to help. No, we never did that, and we never thought that. We just helped other people. And then we got a shock one day, because someone said, what can we do for you? Boy, that turned out to be the most difficult question that I've ever been asked. We had some friends that we had made through the channel, and they said, we're going to send you a box. Well, what kind of box? I was thinking. He said, a Balikbayan box. We didn't know what a Balikbayan box was then. And he said, and he went into a lot of questions about what were our shoe sizes and shirt sizes and waist sizes, as if anybody in the Philippines knows anything about these things. Certainly I didn't either. So then we got, I think, a couple of Balikbayan boxes, and it was like it opened the floodgates. So we started to do different things, showing how we could share out these things, because quite honestly we were overwhelmed by the kindness and generosity of the sheer incredible contents of these boxes. And by that time we'd started helping even before we did the channel. We'd started helping Timeo to pick up families that wanted to come to church, and with a lot of kids and adults and old people, sometimes pregnant women with their babies or with their babies to be, or their newborn babies, couldn't get to church. So we had a truck. We said, well, why don't we do a few trips on Sunday? And boy, that was the start of an addiction, because that's been my Sunday driving job ever since. And we started to help. So I started to get more involved in the church, which of course Beth has always been involved in the church, so it was nothing new for her, but it was for me. So we started on that, and then where else would we share the blessings that we had received in boxes? Well, we did it at the church. Why? Because there's a ton of kids there. And we gave away that, and then Beth had the idea not very long ago that, if kids just had a few pesos per day to get some lunch or a treat or a little snack or something, life would be that much easier. And that's how the program for educational support was born. And it's not any grand thing. It's 400 pesos a month for a kid going to school. A kid who might be walking 2 or 3 or 4 miles to get to school, and sometimes in bare feet. So all of this began to be the real mission, and our simple life was quickly forgotten. Although we still lived a pretty simple life, and we still do. And then we did start to upset some people, because we started to get a lot of the expat sites didn't believe what we were doing, even though right from the very start, maybe I'm a little intuitive on this, but I considered that we should have records of everything that we do. Not just on video, because obviously we were making videos of everything we did, but I thought that at some point someone's going to say, so what did you do 3 weeks ago? Well, sometimes I can't remember what we did 3 days ago or 3 hours ago. We have busy lives. So I said to Beth, we need to write everything down, and we have everything written down. At some point, if we ever needed to, we could say what we did 3 weeks ago. We could say what we did 3 hours ago, 3 weeks ago, 3 months ago, and just over a year ago, which was when we started our first house. So that's really how we started, and right now our target in the new year is to build at least 50 houses. We're going to do it, and we're already about to start in what is it, about the second week in 2018, and we're about to start our 24th house, which is the second in the new year. We're going to continue to do whatever we can. We thank those people who are concerned that we're, not spending enough time for ourselves. Well, we do spend time for ourselves, but it usually is in the fact that we work together. So we never have the usual dilemma of two people who are working very hard and never seeing each other, because we spend all our time together, and that works very well for us. Okay, so we're trying to keep our health up. We do try to take care of ourselves. We make sure we get enough to eat. Sleep is another thing, because up to now we have had trouble with the internet connection, which has always been very iffy. Thanks to our wonderful friend and subscriber Tracy, we are now not having that same problem, and in fact I will be able to get Beth, if I can wake her up, to upload this video. She'll edit this video, and she may even be able to upload it overnight, because that's what we do. I may do 3 or 4 or sometimes 5 videos on various subjects. These are the talking videos that you may be bored to death with, okay? And I may do any of those, or we may do videos together, and then Beth will set the editing in motion. We have much to learn on that, and we've even been online lately on our channel asking, we're open to any suggestions. We're not interested in handing it all over to someone to tell us exactly what to do, but we'll listen and we'll learn, and we will appreciate. So I hope this sets the story straight about exactly what it was. We didn't start off as a big money earner. We started off with the intention of cataloguing, chronicling a simple life, and then that simple life became a complicated life, a rewarding life, a life of great joy and fulfillment, which you, the subscriber, enables us to be empowered. You empower us to be able to do what we do, and we feel honored by that. Thank you so much for listening. Thanks for watching, and this is a foreigner in the Philippines. Bye for now.